This is just going to be a quick unboxing of the DJI Mic 2s. I've also got the camera adapter on it, and that's kind of like what sold me on getting these microphones. For the past couple of years, I've been using the DJI Mic 1s, and there's only been a few times where I've had a couple hiccups with them. There's been a couple of signal dropouts, mostly because of signal interference though. There was one time specifically when I actually had the receiver next to me over here on the desk, and it was running into an A10 Mini Pro because I was running like a live event. Without knowing it, someone put their mobile phone right next to the receiver, and then they was actually receiving phone calls. Every single time that the phone would actually receive a message or a phone call, the signal will drop out on the receiver. Aside from that, there was one other instance when I was actually shooting an education video and there was a signal dropout a few times. Not only that, there was also sort of like this little glitch within the internal recording as well on the device. That was actually a pretty painful fix, because what was happening is that during a 2-hour recording, it would actually conk out maybe like a couple frames here and there. So then by the end of the video, it's actually significantly out of sync. Whereas at the beginning, you would start off perfectly in sync. And the way we were shooting this education video was like a look and learn type of situation where they was actually running like a 2-hour class. I was able to get the fix in place, but it was just a bit of a painful process. Now, I've been using the DJI Mic 1s for about 3 years now. And what I've noticed over time is that the battery is just starting to wear out a little bit. It's not too dissimilar to the situation I had with my Z Weeble 3, where the battery just over time, just charging, discharging, daily use, it's just starting to wear out. And because regularly my shoot days are quite intense, I don't necessarily want to be messing around with charging batteries mid-shoot. So in essence, what's happened with the DJI Mic 1s, they've been relegated as a backup microphone, and these DJI Mic 2s are going to be the primary. The benefit of the DJI Mic 2s is that the camera adapter is now available and compatible for this, so you can actually connect it directly to the multi-interface shoot on your Sony camera. That alleviates having the auxiliary cable going from the receiver out and into the audio jack on the side. It's just a bit of a tidier setup, and it also helps when you're actually mounting the camera to a gimbal as well. Another benefit that you have when moving to the DJI Mic 2s is you now have access to 32-bit float audio. 32-bit float audio is a funny one for me because I don't really process my audio too heavily. And if you set your gain correctly, then you kind of just don't really need the 32-bit float in my eyes. Despite actually having reviewed a couple microphones in the past, I'm not an audio expert. I've actually been very transparent about that. And to this day, I still don't really know how to process audio. I have used a few presets and I have used the equalizer a couple times just to sort of fix one or two little issues, but off the top of my head, I wouldn't be able to go into anything and I just start tweaking around now. So 32-bit float is actually a little bit of a wasted feature for me, but it's a nice to have, knowing that if I was to actually ruin a piece of audio completely, I should be able to recover it. But at the same time, for the past, 2-3 years of shooting the DJI Mic 1s, that's not really been an issue for me, minus the other issue that I mentioned, but that's a glitch with the microphone in itself. After having updated the firmware, that hasn't really been an issue since. Now, I'm aware there's a broad spectrum when it comes to people that watch this channel, and some people could be entry-level hobbyists all the way up to established professionals. What I will say to the hobbyists is that the DJI Mic 1s are absolutely perfectly fine. The 32-bit float for me is just very much a nice to have. But for the past 2 to 3 years of using it, it's not really actually been a situation where I thought, I need a 32-bit float. In the past 3 years, not once has it come across my mind that I needed 32-bit float. 32-bit float in itself is not going to actually improve the audio quality if the microphone capsule that you're recording through is of poor quality. If you've got a rubbish lavalier mic or in a very echoey room with a lot of reverb, 32-bit float is not really going to help massively. And that's especially if you don't know how to process the audio, which, as I've said before, even I don't know how to do it after all this time. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to actually getting to using these microphones with a much tidier setup without the auxiliary cable hanging off the side. And in the upcoming weeks, I'll do an audio test between the two microphones just to show you what the difference is between the DJI Mic 1s and the DJI Mic 2s. And hopefully that should enable you to be better informed when it comes to you making your decision when it comes to the Mic 1s and the Mic 2s. But overall, that was just a quick unboxing and a discussion about the DJI Mic 2s. And if you are interested in these microphones, keep a lookout for the follow-up video. Cheers.